Here are the Friday the 13th, the final chapter, kills ranked point-wise. I already did my review on the movie. I already did the kills ranked in my own opinion. That was subjectively. This is objectively. So we're looking at how bloody the kill is, how believable the kill is, how creative the kill is, how surprising the kill is, and how scary the kill is. And each category can get from 0 to 5 points. So, there are more than 11 kills, but some of these kills got tied. So, at number 11 is Tracy Jarvis. 0 points for everything. It's like the original Friday the 13th. Die. You don't even see a body. So, 0 points for everything. So, Tracy Jarvis comes out to a total of 0 points at number 11. Number 10 is Rob. He gets killed with a garden thing. 0 points for how bloody it is, because it's in the shadow. It's not bloody. 5 points for how believable it is, because you see Jason attacking him. 0 points for how creative it is. It's not creative. 1 point for both how surprising and scary it is. Like, okay, I guess that's surprising a little bit. I guess that's scary a little bit. So, Rob comes out to a total of 7 points at number 10. Number 9 is the Hitchhiker. She gets stabbed in the throat with a knife by Jason. 1 point for how bloody it is. There's some blood. 5 points for how believable it is. Stabbed in the throat. Of course, that would kill him. 0 points for how creative it is. It's just a stabbing. And then 1 point for both how surprising and how scary it is. Kind of surprising, kind of scary. So Hitchhiker comes out to a total of 8 points at number 9. Number 8, here are 2 kills that are tied, and that's Morgan and Paul. Morgan gets her torso slit. 1 point for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 2 points for how creative it is. 0 points for how surprising it is. Intro kill. 2 people die in the intro. Of course not. 1 point for how scary it is. And she is tied with Paul, who gets a spear in the crotch. 0 points for how bloody it is, because there's no blood. Like, it's a little too dark, and you just don't see any blood. 5 points for how believable it is. 1 point for how creative it is. 1 point for how surprising it is. 2 points for how scary it is. Kind of scary. So, Morgan and Paul both come out to a total of 9 points at number 8. Number 7 is Tina. She gets crushed onto a car. Jason throws her out a window, and then she falls onto the roof of a car. 0 points for how bloody it is. There's no blood. 4 points for how believable it is, just because she might have been able to survive that. I'm not sure. It just seems like she probably could have. 2 points for how creative it is. Kind of creative. 2 points for how surprising it is. Kind of surprising that she died. And then 2 points for how scary it is. It's kind of scary. So, Tina comes out to a total of 10 points at number 7. Number 6 is Samantha. She gets stabbed in the stomach. 1 point for how bloody it is. There's some blood. 5 points for how believable it is, because she gets stabbed, of course. 1 point for how creative it is. It's not that creative because she gets stabbed, of course. 2 points for how surprising it is. It was kind of surprising that she died. And then 2 points for how scary it is. It was a little scary. So Samantha comes out to a total of 11 points at number 6. Number 5, here are 2 kills that are tied again. And that's Doug and Terry. So Doug gets his head crushed against the wall. So 1 point for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 2 points for how creative it is. 1 point for how surprising it is. 3 points for how scary it is. Pretty scary. And then he's tied with Terry. Terry gets speared in the back. 1 point for how bloody it is. There's some blood. 5 points for how believable it is. 1 point for how creative it is. 2 points for how surprising it is. And 3 points for how scary it is. It's kind of scary. So Doug and Terry both come out to a total of 12 points at number 5. Number 4, last 2 kills that are tied, and that's Axel and Sarah. Axel gets his throat slit, head turned around. 3 points for how bloody it is. 5 points for how believable it is. 3 points for how creative it is. Pretty creative. 0 points for how surprising it is. Intro kill. One of the first characters in the movie, so not surprising that he's gonna die. And 2 points for how scary it is. Kind of scary. And he's tied with Sarah. She gets an axe to the chest. 2 points for how bloody it is. There's some blood. 5 points for how believable it is. 2 points for how creative it is. 2 points for how surprising it is. And 2 points for how scary it is. So both Axel and Sarah come out to a total of 13 points at number 4. Number 3 is Ted. He gets stabbed in the head with a knife. 2 points for how bloody it is. Kind of bloody. There's some blood there. 5 points for how believable it is. 2 points for how creative it is. It's just a stabbing, so it's not that creative. 2 points for how surprising it is. Kind of surprising. And then 3 points for how scary it is. It's kind of scary. So Ted comes out to a total of 14 points at number 3. Number 2 is Jimmy, who gets a cleaver to the face. 3 points for how bloody it is. It's pretty bloody. 5 points for how believable it is. Of course, that would kill him. 3 points for how creative it is. The corkscrew in the hand and then the cleaver to the face. Pretty creative. 2 points for how surprising it is. Pretty surprising. And then 3 points for how scary it is. It was pretty scary. So Jimmy comes out to a total of 16 points at number 2. But the number 1 best most pointed Friday the 13th, the final chapter, kill is Jason Voorhees himself. So he gets a machete to the face and then slides down that machete. 3 points for how bloody it is. It was pretty bloody. 5 points for how believable it is. Of course, machete in the face, that'll kill him. 3 points for how creative it is. It was pretty creative once he slid down the machete. 5 points for how surprising it is because you don't expect Jason to actually die, ever. And this does count as a legitimate death because he has to be resurrected in part 6. And then 3 points for how scary it is. It was pretty scary. So Jason Voorhees comes out to a total of 19 points as the number 1 best most pointed Friday the 13th, the final chapter kill. 19 points for Jason. Thanks for watching.